How's it going, guys? Sorry we're a little bit late today. The Rhode Island DMV is a joke.
Yeah, it's the worst place in the history of places,
right?
Really.
Oh my god, it's been since what? I think I got there at 11.
No way.
What? I'm not even kidding. I got there at 11 a.m. and I left at 3:30. Good job, James.
No one even heard that though.
But they did. Speakers right there. But like I said, welcome to today's stream. We're going to start today by talking a little bit about our weekend activities. We all had a little bit of fun this weekend doing different things. James really did the only Airsoft related thing. Then we're going to show you the quote-unquote brand new Elite Force amoeba guns. So rather than being sold through Z-Shot, Elite Force grabbed them up and changed the little things, and we'll just go over those pretty quickly. And then we're going to just talk a little more about stuff that I already forgot. What was it?
And weird Airsoft thing.
Right, yeah. Weird features in Airsoft that maybe should or shouldn't have caught on over the last few years. Examples being like the WE Katana, ICS split gearbox.
Well, like I said before, there's a reason why that one.
Yeah, oh, what about the, I mean, okay, we'll get into it after.
But there's a reason why the Katana.
Okay, the Katana had potential.
Had potential, but they just like.
If they made it so it was compatible with system cylinders.
They dropped the ball, yeah.
They did, yeah. But I liked the idea. But before we start any of that, I'm going to let these guys talk about the event coming up this weekend, right?
Yes.
James, take it away.
Yes, so this weekend, coming up is Operation Fall of the Rising Sun. It is going to be a good one. It is our 4th of July event. So it's going to be, it's in the World War II Pacific Theater. So since it is in the Pacific Theater, you guys can show up in really whatever you want. Like you can show up in Imperial Japanese Army clothing, in United States Marine Corps clothing.
Hawaiian shirts?
Yep, and also Hawaiian shirts and bathing suits, because screw it, it's 4th of July, we're in the South Pacific, why not have a party with it?
Don't show up in an American flag.
Yeah.
Don't get mad.
Yeah, if you show up with an American flag on your back,
Triggered is right.
yeah, people will get triggered, even though it was actually a
Shut the fuck up.
I'm still buttered about that, I guess.
Bonus points if you show up in a coconut bra
Yes.
and a grass skirt. If you show up in coconut bra and a grass skirt, coconut bra, grass skirt, I'll give you $5 off your admission.
Hell yeah. It's going to be a great time. We're moving the field tomorrow. If you check the actual event group on Facebook's thing, you'll actually see a live, what it's going to look like. This field move is going to be
Doing it tomorrow, not Wednesday?
Well, yeah, we have Nerf on Wednesday.
Fixing cars events. Or tomorrow. I want to move the field.
Dang it. But yeah, no, it's going to be quite a good field move. It's going to be a little bit different than normal. The last time that we did this, I wasn't even on staff. This was when we only had half of what the field was right now. It was purely a rectangle. And what we're doing
the road style.
Yeah, what we're doing we kind of set it up is that there's a middle lane going through the entire field, which is, we haven't done a style like that.
Right, so the idea is to create fields of fire on both sides of this road, and you kind of engage across the road. We did this with our, ironically, 4th of July event, our very first 4th of July event, a long time ago. I can't remember what year it was anymore.
It must have been like 13 or 12.
It was prior to the extension, to give you guys reference.
I don't even know. That was even before my time.
I know, right? God, I'm old.
Grandpa over here.
Yeah, right?
But yeah, it should be great. Registration is closing on, it's either going to close Friday or Saturday. We usually will, but it'll definitely be closed by noon on Saturday. Like if you don't pre-register, you won't get to play with your friends. Like let's say your friend pre-registered for the United States, but the United States filled up quick, and you're gonna have to play for Japanese. And
we will be ruthless about it.
Yeah, we're gonna be pretty.
I'll
be a dick about it, and I won't really feel that
So,
bad.
like this is obviously not the first event we've done pre-registration.
Yeah,
The first few events where we did pre-registration, we were a little more lenient on those who didn't pre-register. This event, though, you show up a team of 5 guys at once, and if you guys didn't pre-register, it's gonna be 3 in 1 team.
Yeah, you guys, we're deep into this. It's like we do this for all of our events, so there's no reason to not pre-register. And you can't be like, I didn't know. It's like, dude, we blasted on every post ever.
Yeah. But it should be good though. I mean, it's 4th of July. We have a good raffle. I got a couple G&G guns to raffle off too.
Oh my.
Yeah, everyone loves G&G stuff. So
Do you know which ones?
I think it's a CM16, like the basic one, and then one of the Mod Zeros with the comfy grips.
Honestly, Mod Zero is my favorites for
that
series.
They're like the mag pull.
Yeah, no, it's a good deal.
I like it. Yeah, and once they have the stock that you can put Skittles in, it's the best.
Or I mean, CR123 is like it's designed for, but
no Skittles. The purpose of it is Skittles. You know, when Amanda is here for August 8 event, when G&G is here, you can talk to the daughter of the president, who is like the head of G&G here in America, and you can ask her, was it designed for Skittles or batteries? Because I'm going to say it was Skittles.
All right, we'll have to place bets on that.
Yeah, we'll place bets on it.
Yeah.
$1,000 right there. Got it on video too.
And that is August
26th.
26th.
August 26th, be there.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Heck yeah. So that's
wait, tell us something about the event, like something cool about the missions or something.
Oh,
like
so
you're like, oh, mission list.
Yeah, so the mission list, I'm going to be releasing most of the missions, like a couple days before, just to get early, at least like a warrant order kind of thing. I just need to finish that up, but expect some really interesting missions. There's going to be one mission where the Japanese, imagine the United States are, doing a beach assault, where I'm going to allow the Japanese team to set up on basically the entire field, and your job is to push them all back and get to the other side of the field. Basically, take over the island, and the island in this case is going to be the field. So, games like that you would never see on a normal weekend. I'm going to be implementing medic rules for most of them. The respawns are going to be 1 to 2 minutes. There are going to be no instant respawn games. Maybe the first game will be instant respawn just to get everyone warmed up. But I found that instant respawn really kind of ruins like the whole
objective.
The objective. Yeah. And it's impossible to be immersed in anything.
And it removes the intensity of the kind of like it's like I have to be alive now.
2 minutes. 2 minutes really helps you because that way you're more careful with your movements.
Yeah, strategy over spread.
Exactly. Strategy over spread.
Yeah. Same reason why it's semi-automatic.
Yeah. So it's gonna be really good. Expect some games with like civilian play. Like the Japanese would manipulate civilians and use them to their advantage in several cases. So expect to see civilians on the field that you're not supposed to shoot, stuff like that. So it should be great. But I know it sounded like it's going to be super crazy hardcore, but I mean it's the 4th of July. It's going to be a party. So make sure that
it's always a very
make sure that we'll be bumping Miley Cyrus maybe a bit throughout the day. Just be at that party feel. We'll get the looks. Maybe not. Maybe not. But it should be good.
Alright, but let's move on to today's topic. Or, first topic at least. So, we each kind of, like I said, have our own pretty fun weekend. Personally, I ran the Mount Snow Top Mudder up in Vermont.
I had a show this weekend, Hello Broadway at CCRI, and I did a lot of... It was everything. It was a lot of everything, so it was very fun.
And I played Airsoft for the first time in months.
Right.
I played at a night game.
This fool had to miss spring offensive, so...
so I had to get my fix somewhere else.
He had to get whipping on blind people in somewhere in his schedule, so...
No.
A night game was perfect for that.
There were plenty of people there with nods. It was a fair challenge. It was a fair challenge.
That's good.
It was a fair... okay, so I guess I'll start by talking about it.
Tell us.
You guys are making it sound like I just destroyed kids who were blind.
I believe that was your intention.
That was,
that was.
I knew that kids with nods were going to show up. So Soldiers of Fit, SOS Nelson showed up. They rolled up with their 2 Humvees. They're kitted out. They're all adults with some pretty baller jobs, I guess, because they got some dope kits. And they're good too. They're not just fashion kiddos. They're pretty good.
Softers, so
they actually show up to play, which is awesome. And so we were on green team. We bought 2 camos, just in case one team was overpowered or another. And so green team, the quality of players I noticed was a little bit lower. And for example, one kid, there was a 12-year-old with real tree camo and a sniper. He showed up for a night game, like a spring sniper. And everyone else was using rental guns.
What time did the game start?
It started went out at about 6:45. Sunset was about. We didn't click on odds until about like 8:45, 9 o'clock.
Okay.
And the tan team, like aside from Soldiers of Sin, like they were clearly more organized. Like there were more seasoned players who were on tan.
I mean, so is the story of Airsoft in New England.
Yeah, and and that's whatever. So basically, it was us versus. Oh, and there was a black team. So that was interesting. We started off the day. So originally in the group they said no black camo because we were all gonna wear black camo. It's nice. Yeah, let's do that.
It actually works too.
Yeah, and so they made a post like 2 days before saying no black camo, and we show up, and literally half the people there are in all black. And so one guy's walking by, and I asked him, I'm like, well, what's up with the black camo? I thought that wasn't going to be a thing. And of course he gives me the whole, oh, I don't really know if I can tell you why I'm wearing black camo thing.
Very
and I was just like, okay, so it's going to be one of those games? But it's whatever. But we later learned that there's some third faction that hates everyone. Basically, if you see anyone that's not green, shoot them, which made life easy for us. But it was a great game. We did most of the, since we were outnumbered pretty severely, we did mostly ninja shit the entire weekend, which was honestly a lot of fun.
Ninja.
Yeah, well. One thing was crazy. So they did it in mission style, and we missed that part of the briefing.
And believe it or not, James didn't read the rules.
I did not. Well, I showed up and I asked him about the rules, like medic stuff like that.
Wow, good job,
I didn't realize
James.
that he was doing it in mission style, where like everyone leaves the field. So we were out there.
He's that
at one
guy.
point. Yeah,
He was
He
that
was the guy that we all talk about. The guy we all talk shit about. You were that guy.
When he complained
Yeah,
about, he
you.
was that guy.
You were the guy.
Yeah. Anyways, so there's one situation where we're in the farm area at UBG, and we're just like, there's no one around, like there's no gunfire, and then we saw a massive mob of people walking, and we're like, they're about to reset the game. So instead of shooting them and spawn and getting kicked out, we decided we're just gonna hang tight and we're just gonna not move for like 20 minutes because that'll give enough time for the game to move. And if we were to start at our spawn, we would end up there within 20 minutes. So that's what we did to kind of counter. I know it's still a dick move by all means, but that's what we did. Anyways, it was crazy though. So they started the game, and we're sitting there, we're like, oh, this is bad. Like we should not.
Yeah,
be
you guys
in
are
this
pieces
spot.
of shit.
And so we all like ran into bushes basically. And at one point there was like 30 people around us, like from as close from me to you, like walking right by. It's always kind of a crazy feeling
when you cheat and you end up in
you're
a
an
nice
asshole.
place.
Yeah, well, I mean, we didn't
Don't
shoot
be
them.
a dick, James.
Yeah. Anyways, let me get to my point. It's always kind of crazy when
I'm not very impressed with the point so far. I don't know how much more impressed I'm gonna be.
The point I'm getting at here
is that you're a dick. I get it.
No, it's always crazy when you're watching people and they don't know you're watching them. That's always kind of like, and then eventually we moved back and we moved away from their spawn and kind of like reset. We reset ourselves.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was supposed to do that. And yeah, I don't appreciate it. Yeah.
You're right,
but we did eventually. Once they moved, we fell back close to our spawn.
So viewers, what James is telling us is he likes watching people without them knowing.
Yes.
So
Customers, kids,
don't leave your address.
Make sure that you close your blinds in your house when you're changing. Girls walking around, stuff like that. But yeah, so. But anyway, so yeah, I guess I'll move away from that part of the game. But one thing that's cool about night games though, yeah, co-4 stuff is the best. Oh, op4 stuff is the best. Yeah. So that's basically what it was. It was kind of like an op4 style. That was on Facebook. Chris Fisher said that.
I'd love to do an op4 thing. Like that'd be so cool.
Yeah, well actually Dirk did op4 for Black Sheep down in Mississippi, and that was 1 year before. That was like 6 months before I got on, and I really wish because I was
I
there.
feel like op4 would be cool because then you don't have to really like you shoot everybody. You don't have to
do whatever you want.
I wish you guys were working at Extreme and we got to do op4 for the Narragansett Police Department. That was the best moment of my life.
Yeah, that
Simunition guns. And there was a Simunition AR-15 and 2 2.26s.
Yeah, that sounds crazy.
That's awesome.
And you
the
can
best
just shoot cops.
Right.
Damn
And
son.
yeah, cops are garbage. Yeah, especially when you know the field. Ow. But anyways, let me just finish. Yeah, but anyways.
Yeah, finish.
So one thing that was different about this night game, well, I mean, it was different. It was a night game. It's different from normal play. Sorry, I'm really bad at
I want a
things.
transcript of these podcasts. James, it could be different, period. But, period.
Yeah. But yeah, so it was cool because you know how in Airsoft, like when you're playing, and it's a lot of this, like around cover, like ooh, 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 like like pull the trigger, jumping out, and like doing that stupid stuff, like it's just like working that corner and like or like aiming your shots, like shooting through brush. There was really none of that.
I knew somebody that worked the corner a lot.
That was a good one.
You know what's funny? Because I was gonna say, I was actually about to say, James, you work the corner all the time.
You don't even need to say that.
I was, yeah.
Jeez, just everything I say is just always thrown
I'm
back
in that
at
movie.
me. Yeah, just for ripping on James. It's alright. I'm used to it. I can take it. But anyways, so what I was getting at is one thing that's always cool about night games is that every kill is very much so a kill. It's not like would that really have happened in real life? Would that really, like gaming your shots? Like twice, I walked right into someone and they shot me from like 2 feet away.
If you dead the fucking rights.
Yeah, he had me dead to rights. I had night vision down. One of them didn't even have night vision. Like he was just in a really dark spot, like in really good cover, and I walked right by him and he shot me in the side.
Sorry, Dad.
and so that it's cool like that. It's like almost all of my deaths and kills were like dead to rights kills, which is it's so much fun because there's no BS in that. Like it's very much so like good
it's
shot.
different. You're not
calling your fucking.
You're not like parlay, and you're like, what the who's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there was a lot of like good
when
shots.
You know, yeah. When
cool,
it's good
like,
stuff,
cool
when it's good hits, that's the best feeling.
Yeah. It was good. And like you think that would be the opposite of
thing, right? And you said the turnout was like what, like 50 people?
Yeah, there was a good turnout too. Like I was really happy with the turnout.
I wish I could have gone.
Yeah, it was really fun. I mean, even still, like we were at one point we were pushed into a ditch. So you know the farm area, you know how that's basically covered by open field, right? It's a fishbowl.
Yeah.
It is a fishbowl, and so we were like laying down a lot, and our radios got messed up. Like one of them got hit to one of them, like a lot of our radios got hit to like unlock mode and change channels. So at one point we couldn't reach half of our squad. One of my teammates just got nods, and he took them off because like he was afraid he was going to hit a tree. So then one of our teammates was knotless, which was really annoying. Like perfect Gen 3s, and he put them in his backpack. I mean, I understand like he was fogging, he couldn't see well, he didn't want to knock a tree and break him. But that was still like. But anyway, so at one point, like things were going bad. We were in this spot for about an hour. It felt.
Oh, wow.
And it got to the point where we found like a low area, like kind of like a more so of a ditch than we were already in. And it was me, Greg, and Alex, and there was 3 of us, and we were basically back to back with 33 with in a circle. What is that? What is 360 divided by 3? Why can't I do this one?
That's 120 degrees.
Yeah. So each of us had like 120 degrees to cover. Yeah, I know.
That's why you were going to say 33 degrees.
Yeah, so I don't know why 33 is the got my head, but anyways. And so it got to the point where we were back to back, like laying down, straight up laying down, like surrounded by enemies. And SOS Milson, one of the guys had a thermal scope on. And so we were dead. They had us dead to rights. One of their saw guys got right up on us and just hit us with one good strafe, like, brah! And just peppered us up.
I'll do it.
Yeah,
I'll do it.
But it was a lot of fun. And most people left by like 11:45, which left the best game was the last one with the least amount of people. All the fighting was around town, so there was no woods play, and you know how they have lights in town now. Only a quarter of them were turned off, which was insane. And so we were the only ones with night vision, which of course gave us a very distinct advantage. But it was like so it was
the game he finds best is the one in which it's just a whole bunch of people with no night vision.
But it wasn't
kids.
It wasn't even that. Like
August
was
26th.
It was just so cool. It was just so cool because like half of it, like half the town was illuminated, and even though my nods are auto-gated, but for those of you who don't know what that is, auto-gating means that it automatically dims. Like if I'm, like let's say in my field of view there's a light, under normal nods that would wash out everything and your nods would turn white and you have to turn them off because they're useless. But it dims it down so I can still kind of see what's going on. But even with that, like, it was just flowing from like building to alleyways to open roads, like going up and down with the night vision. Like at one point, my bare eyes were rather contagious. I'd flip that right up, and and then like, cause like when I'm like hitting rooms and stuff like that, I don't like to have my night vision down. I just
get shot too, right?
Well, it's not. I mean, they're all covered up. I think one of them hit the side of my night vision. I was like, that one made me a little nervous. But like, whenever I'm just hitting rooms, like unless it's like really dark and they don't know we're there, like I'll be nods down for that. But like if we're already like if we're going live, just like I'll just flip it up and just hit corners and hit rooms like that. But that was so much fun. I don't know if you guys can see it from here, but I got destroyed. Absolutely destroyed.
Yeah, you can't see shit. You
Yeah,
can't
I
see it.
Yeah, no, I got absolutely destroyed from 2 feet away. So they're 400 FPS, no safety kills.
That was fun.
Yeah, I was once again I was working a corner. I was dealing with some guy that was out in some tall grass, and around the corner there was an enemy because I was right up like at the front. And this guy just turned around and just put 2 right into my arm, and one of them left probably one of the more nasty bruises I've gotten.
Right.
But
Yeah,
all in all,
actually looks pretty.
It hurts.
Pretty good.
Like to flex, it hurts. Like it's that tender.
Oh, yeah.
But
I'm there.
it honestly, like if you guys want to show up to a night game, like I kind of showed up expecting to like run train. Then full honesty, I mean, if any of you guys know me, that's kind of what I was. Whenever I talk about it, like I was expecting to show up and do night play. But honestly, like it's even with 5 people with Gen 3 nods, it was a fair fight against us. Like we were outnumbered. They had SOS Nilsen with, and they had their nods. Like it wasn't like we were just the Durka train just destroying people. And even when everyone with nods left, one of the times that I got shot is I abandoned really far right, and I kind of went through farm because that was like still that was within play, but like far wasn't. And I walked right by a guy, and he put his flashlight right in my face. He's like, "You're dead." Yep, I am very dead.
But see, that's exactly it. You didn't just go, nope, you didn't shoot me. You let me
Yeah,
try and
yeah,
shoot
no,
you.
like I hate, like that's what I don't like if people like will do that. Like if you catch me at a point where like I
You're
have
dead to rights and they're
like
giving
I am
you the
such a
respect.
disadvantage.
Yeah,
like,
to not.
I am unsuspecting. I am looking, and you come up, you do something like you're behind me or you're next to me, and you're just like you flash your light. You just say you're done. I'm like,
Yeah.
because you could have been a dick. You could have shot me 20 times, and I would have.
Yeah.
I couldn't complain about it. You shot me.
The crazy thing about that one though is we were there was a fence that my name is the fence, and we were on this side of the fence, not a corner. Was that the joke you were getting at?
No, Charles.
No, no, that is how I get all my toys. I do work the corner, I sell my body, and I buy night vision. What?
It's like help me afford night vision, boys.
But,
You want to see what's up? No, I'm sorry, I'm done. The funny thing though is that I wasn't the first person that kid could have seen. So my squad mate Connor, we were both moving up about with 10 feet of spacing, and he moved up like past where this guy was. He walked right past this guy, and then I followed up and then went into a position slightly behind him to cover. And then the kid walked up to me and shot me. And so I put on my light. I was cool about it. I was like, okay, cool, yeah, like good job. I put on my light. My teammate turns around and shoot him. Like how did he walk right by and not get shot?
he probably wasn't sure about your teammate, and then when he saw you, he's like, oh, this
He
is
knew.
tough.
Yeah, it's bad.
Or maybe he figured there wouldn't be one guy moving up. There's got to be at least like
Something like that.
Yeah, but I mean, if you have a flashlight and you want, like, especially UVG, like just playing it, like I even popped a smoke. Like at one point, the TN team went up in the tower and they had this big spotlight, and you'd think, like it would be easy to kill someone with a spotlight, but he was good with it. Like he'd see us moving and he'd put the light right on us and keep it on us.
Was it an IR spotlight or a real spotlight?
No, it was a real spotlight.
Okay.
So you can like it doesn't matter if it was IR or white, like, you know, my odds like could have taken the auto evasion. So it wasn't that, it was just.
Well, I didn't know if it was an IR spotlight, just SOS doing SOS.
Yeah,
and
that would have been cool. That would have been baller, just IR spotlight.
That's something they would do. So
yeah.
They're pretty baller about it.
Yeah, they all had lasers, and it was kind of cool. Like when they were walking through, they would be like put on their lasers and stuff. And like when they were spotting us, they'd be like doing circles, like drawing circles on us with their lasers.
That's amazing.
That's fun.
Yep. But yeah, no, they're all cool guys. So I had a great time. But what I was getting at is like show up to those games because it was like if you have a flashlight and you have a brain in between your ears, it can be just as fun as if you have night vision.
And every night game's gonna be very different.
Yeah,
like,
it's
if you
always
want something
very
new.
different.
Night games are great.
Yeah, because it's just like what I said. Like almost all of my kills and deaths were dead to rights, and that is to me that makes it so much more fun. Because I hate that. I hate that. Like, oh well, I shot you first.
You hate finding each other in the questionable.
Yeah, and I also there's nothing I hate more because I've had this happen when you go to someone and your barrel is like, let me see one of these guns. I've gone to someone and done like you're dead, safety kill, and I go to the next person and they shoot me, and I'm just like I was giving you the respect to not shoot you point blank.
Yeah, not give you
right, like,
and
I'm just like next time you're getting 3 rounds in the neck,
yep.
That kind of stuff makes me upset, and you don't see it at night games as much because generally it's a more serious player.
Yeah. But like I said, there was a lot of like newer players that showed up to this game too, and they all had a good time as well.
Something tells me that even the newer players that showed up to games like this, they're probably the newer players with the mindset similar to ours, in which they want to take it a little more seriously.
Yeah.
Just because they're newer doesn't mean they don't take it seriously.
Yeah, absolutely. And like it's like one guy showed up with a thermal scope. That was crazy. A gun mounted thermal scope. Because like I said, like earlier when we were back to back. Like truly surrounded. He saw us with the thermal scope. He's like, yeah, that's how I found you guys in that ditch. Like, because we were like, we like held our breaths because we didn't want them to hear us breathing. Like that's how close they were to us.
Oh no.
And one guy with thermal just saw us.
Jeez. Someday, dude. Someday I want to do that.
That was crazy. I'm thinking like, should I sell my night vision and get a thermal monocular?
There's this old joke between me and my friend Eric. Just because years ago, I don't know if it's the same person, somebody else had a thermal vision at like spring offensive, I don't know, 5 or 6, something like that. And my friend Eric was like, Des, let's be honest, if you had a thermal scope, you would use it in an airsoft game. And I was like, no, not a thermal scope, I'd go to Afghanistan and shoot terrorists.
Absolutely. Not even special forces get like stuff like that. Like, like a thermal spotting scope, but like, like you never hear like thermal. Imagine like thermal like binos, just being like truly predator.
Oh my god, right?
That would be insane. But I'm kind of running out of things to say about the game. I mean, it was a lot of fun. Like I think that we performed pretty well. I mean, when we were in the fishbowl and farm surrounded, that was. I mean, like there were a few points where I wish like I was kind of like, all right, let's get out of here. I think we can pull out to this area and like let's re-hit this.
Right.
But we didn't do that. They're like, no, like let's just stay here and hunker down. And I kind of wanted like we were in the fishbowl. They had a road that they could flank us from.
Right.
Like they had such an advantage on us, and they had the higher ground. All the things. And like 45 minutes into this, I'm like, we need to get out of this spot. But we decided to stay. I mean, we fought pretty hard in that spot too.
Right.
Like we fought. It was. I'm sure they had quite a good time trying to get us out of there.
Out of curiosity, because I was in Vermont for the weekend. A, what was the weather like, and B, what was cloud cover and what was the moon?
So it was a pretty bright night in terms of like stars and moon and stuff
so
like
low
that.
cloud cover.
Yeah, very open night. Okay. I was able to infinity focus because when I focus my night vision, I look up at the stars and focus it on that. And it was pretty good actually. It was pretty good. In terms of like the weather, you couldn't have picked a better night for airsoft. It was a cool night, 60 degrees straight. Like it rained a little bit in the morning. I was afraid it was gonna be foggy. It was no fog. It was like we went out in our combat pants and polos, and it was one of the more. I always love night games, but everyone that was there, like the guy was running it, he came up to me, he's like, "You guys enjoying this?" I'm like, "Can you push this
More
until 2
leagues,
a.m.
right, yeah.
Like, can you stay? Can we do like more games like right now? And he's like, no, I have a wife and work in the morning.
Right.
No, don't throw a fit. No.
That's
Oh,
okay. God. But nice. Yeah, it sounds like you certainly enjoyed your weekend.
Yeah. I had a good time. And just hanging out with the guys too. Like, it's been a while since I've seen the teammate. Like, we had a good conversation about how we all wipe our butts. The classic argument of going in between or behind.
Maybe we should move on
There's
to
a
the
great
next,
argument on that
next
one.
weekend.
Well, I guess so, since we're bringing up how to wipe our butts. But I mean, I said I'm bringing up how to wipe our butts.
Yeah,
I was gonna say this is not a weed thing.
Where's this weed?
I was not involved in this conversation.
It sparked quite a good discussion because I guess there's so many different ways to do it. Maybe that'll be our own podcast. The wiping
Don't
of
count
the
on
ass. I'll just live stream from my own personal page. No, this is how I
The
wipe.
live stream in the bathroom.
Yeah.
James is like, now here, this is what you gotta do right here.
Halfway through, it'll be like, and I thought I was done. Looks like you guys got some more wiping content.
Oh, God.
And flashlight vision.
That's actually a fun one, like peeing under night vision.
All right, as I say, so I spent the weekend up in Vermont on Mount Snow running a Tough Mudder. And that was on Saturday. So for those of you who don't know, and actually I do really suggest it for those of you who really like airsoft, like kind of the grit part of airsoft and really hiking around and stuff like that. It's such a fun day. And it's a great way to get yourself mentally prepped for the stuff you might see in an airsoft game in terms of
something grueling, intense.
stamina and just being ready to go. And so what a Tough Mudder is, it's a 10 to 12 mile obstacle course, usually in the woods. So this one went up and down Mount Snow, and they had obviously tons of mud, Tough Mudder, you would expect such. And there was a good number of obstacles. Let's see if I can pull up some pictures to give you guys reference. James, I'm going to kill you.
James, I don't even know what you're saying.
The YouTube chat.
I'm going to kill you, James. For real.
This is amazing. No, this is great.
No, I don't think it's amazing.
I think it's amazing. I think it's amazing.
You're the only one.
So to give you guys reference,
That's a good poop joke.
these are some of the obstacles you see in the Tough Mudder. This one was a little different than this. This one was over an inflatable thing rather than over water like this, but it was pretty fun. James ran one with me last year.
Yeah, the Tough Mudder is a great time.
This is Block Nest, my favorite freaking obstacle.
Was that one there? Or
Block
is it the
Nest.
newer one?
No, this one was there. So what you guys
The one that I did, I'm sorry.
Yeah, the one you did. I think last August.
I don't recall doing that exact one.
This was the one where like you get in the water and a whole bunch of people grab onto this long rectangle, and half the people kind of have to lift it and spin it, and half people shoot over the rectangle. I'm gonna play it.
I don't even want to know.
So this is Everest. It's another big one. But either way, like I said, real long obstacle course. It's a really, really fantastic time. And me and my friends went up Friday night, played Jace.
No, yeah, continue. Oh, never mind, it's not up anymore. Sorry, I'll stop touching your computer.
Yeah, I would appreciate that. We went up Friday night, and we ran on Saturday. Funny thing is, though, right? So we're walking to the Mudder on Saturday morning, 9 a.m. It's raining in Vermont, tons of overcast clouds, no blue skies in sight. We're all like, all right, it's gonna rain the whole Mudder. It is what it is. So we all wore warm shirts. We didn't put on sunblock, anything like that. We check in and we get to the start area, and the clouds just like, oh, gone, and it's bright and sunny.
So you guys all burned?
So none of us had sunblock on, which was pretty atrocious. And so about halfway through the course, we were literally taking globs of mud and just painting it on our body to keep ourselves from burning. It worked.
Yeah, I was going to say, it probably worked.
If you notice, I don't have a sunburn. I just have a pretty solid tan. Maybe it's mud. There was one point where one of the obstacles, let me see if I can find this picture, it's called Devil's Beard. And I really hate this one. It
It's not a monitor, it's a TV.
You monitor TV with it.
Turn it into our Snapchat. If you haven't already, add us on Snapchat. I try to post stuff.
Yeah, our Snapchats are lit.
So
Just mess with our own employees, it's the best.
Or customers.
So as I was saying, is this obstacle idea behind it is you lift this net up and you crawl underneath it. And every year previous, I've just gone ahead and let's see if I can get the picture up. Every year previous, I've just gone ahead and kind of just cupped my head down, ran through it, and I've had a camelback or a shirt on. This year, I was like, oh, there's a lot of water stations, I don't need my camelback. And because we all wore warm shirts, and then it was like 70 degrees, we all ditched our shirts. So I proceeded to just cut my, like I always do, just cut my arm. This is the 6th mother I've run at this point, to give you reference. I've done this a few times.
Seasoned veteran.
And just, I cut my arm and ran under it, and I got to the end of the net, and I was like, oh wait, that was a bad decision. And on both my shoulder blades, I have 2 rope burns about this big on either side of my back. And
they're not cute.
They're pretty fucking atrocious right now. It was not enjoyable, to say the least.
Yeah, it looks pretty.
Yeah. Kind of like what my brother did. Not something, not exactly like that, but my brother, he works landscaping. And so his idea to help even out his farmer's tan, it's kind of very unrelated, but it's still funny.
James, something unrelated.
Wow, right? But what he did was, he decided to put sunblock on all the areas that were tan. And on the white, sensitive skin, he wore no sunblock for the whole day. So now he has a sunburn in the shape of a t-shirt. Sorry, I don't know, I just think it's really funny. Every time I see him, I just laugh. I'm like, I like the new shirt.
That's actually
Stop now! I'm just murdering myself over here.
Yeah. Find yourself the funniest.
Hey man, at least I can laugh at myself.
That's
people
good.
can't take a joke at their own expense, but
I mean,
my whole life is a joke.
You're laughing at-
Oh, you said it, I didn't even have to say it. That's great. That works out.
I'm just a clown.
But, oh, it was actually, sorry, I should mention the best part about the mutter, as silly as it sounds, it's not even the mutter, is on the way home. Now, obviously, me and James like cars. We can talk about them, bring them up in some way or another almost every podcast. And on the way home, on the way home, is I was going down the road, and I see Google Maps be like, oh, well, basically, I see it do a Y, and it's like, oh, 5 minutes slower to go this way. And this is the way my rest of my friends went in their other car. I drove
Challenge accepted.
And I look at the map, and the left way that's 5 minutes slower is literally a mountain pass that's just back and forth, all squiggly lines. And I'm like, sports car, mountain pass, yeah, I'm going that way. So I banked left, and when it was a 50, this is what I love about it, come on. It was like a mountain pass road, and it was just turn. Speed limit was 50. So I cruised all the way up the mountain, got to the top, and had this amazing view. Actually, enough so that I'm going to bring it up on the stream real quick. And then went all the way down the mountain, and just kept taking back roads basically the whole time, and ended up coming out on the highway in front of my friends that just went down extremely boring straight road. So yeah, this was the view at the top of the mountain.
That's cool.
And it was so much fun.
Wow.
It was such a good drive. It was
Yeah.
really 2 hours of like twisty back roads until I hit Massachusetts and the speed limit went from 50 to 30. And I'm like,
Yeah, but
Massachusetts!
you're in Massachusetts where no one listens to the speed limit ever.
Yeah,
If the speed limit's 65, for some reason you find yourself going 100. That's the whole
That's a fact.
or 50.
That is a
Or-
fact. Yeah.
Because it's Massachusetts. But either way, like I said, it was an absolutely glorious ride. Not even Tough Mudder related, but that's okay.
You were driving back from the Tough Mudder. That's related. And there's a picture
Yeah,
of the
right?
Tough Mudder band that's more on topic than I am most of the time.
But like I said, if you guys play Airsoft, honestly, it's a great cause. Some of the proceeds go to Wounded Warrior Project, which is nice.
No, that's nice.
And just training for that. If you honestly, if you can run a Tough Mudder at a good pace, a good clip, you'll be able to do anything in Airsoft because it's all about mental grit. And you know, I've told James, as me and James started running a couple months back, it basically stopped since. But when we started running, we were like, oh, what was it? I don't know. Either way, he brought up in some way that I run more than him. I was like, no, I run 2 times a year. The 2 Tough Mudders that I run a year, and that's it.
Yeah, you can do that stuff with.
Oh yeah, it's just mental grit is really more than anything.
Like if you think that you can be a SEAL, like honestly do one of those. Like
Right.
it's nowhere near what the training is,
but
it's the same kind of thing. Like where
Most
you
of
just
it's a
mentally-
mentality thing.
Yeah, you
need
just
to be able to
mentally get over
you
it.
tell yourself you can keep going.
Yeah, and actually the thing is, for me, it's like that kind of like with most airsoft games. Like
You get tired and you just push.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have more fun, I've noticed, usually at the end of games than at the beginning of games. And at that point, and we actually kind of talked about it right afterwards as a team. Like I was saying, like why did I have more fun at the very end? And granted, the playing was just better in general.
Yeah.
But like I usually it's just like you're there, like you just suck it up and you just hit it. Like you get over all of everything else.
At that point, you've forgotten the outside world.
Yes,
You're
you're in it, and
Yeah.
that's why I have more fun towards the end of the game. Like
Oh, yeah.
as the game progresses for me, I'm usually having more fun right until the end.
Oh yeah.
And the same thing is like with the mutter. Like once you just get over, like because they make you run a whole mile right at the beginning, right?
And it changes per motor, but in this case, yeah, it was a straight mile and before the first obstacle.
Yeah, exactly. And so like
Straight mile off a mountain.
yeah, and so like once you get over that, I'm pretty sure that's why they do it. It's by design, I'm sure, to just make you just
Or
get
not.
over that whole like,
Yeah.
this is gonna suck. Like let's just do it.
Yep.
And that's what makes it a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
And that's the same thing, like that's what the SEALs will say. Like you talk to like a SEAL or you watch videos and they're like, it's 90% mental.
Oh, yeah.
Like if you can't get over the mental, like for most of them it's drowning. At least from the videos that I've watched, it's like if you can mentally handle the feeling of losing your life, like the feeling of like drowning, like really drowning, then you might actually make it through bugs. But if you can't get over that,
Right.
you're not gonna do it.
Right.
And
Yeah.
so it's kind of the same thing,
Yeah,
except
yeah.
very extreme.
Yeah, exactly.
Very
much,
extreme.
much less extreme case.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even like the only ailment I had during the course that really did kill me. Otherwise, I mean, I'm sore today, but otherwise I'm fine. Is going down the mountain. Everyone has a dominant leg. That like when you're going down quickly, you're jogging downhill, and I'm talking downhill. You generally have one leg that you kind of control with, and one that you like slow yourself down with.
Yep.
For me, that's my right leg that I slow myself down with. And I got the worst Charlie horse ever right here. Literally, I sat down for like 5 minutes just like, alright, gotta get rid of this so I can do the next 3 miles. But I finished. It was fun. It wasn't a big deal. But going downhill is just harsh for that. You gotta run Mount Snow this next year, not the easy one.
I want to do the Mount Snow one because I've been running a lot. I shaved 10 minutes off my mile from last week, so I ran a 6:15 mile today. Did I say 10 minutes?
Yes.
I'm sorry. No, I
was like,
I
I was like, did you walk backwards or something when
no,
you started?
last week I ran a 6:25 mile warm up, and today I ran a 6:11. And so every week.
That's very different.
I improved 10 minutes on my time. Huge.
Yeah. So
I took a car instead.
So hopefully I can handle the uphill sprints. Hopefully.
Fair enough. All right, so yeah, tell us about your week a little bit.
All right, so I wasn't on last week because I did the show Hello Broadway. So we do it every summer. We audition in the school year, and then it's just like it's a month that we have to prepare an entire show. And the show was 2 hours long this year. I think it was a little bit longer last year. We have 2 months to prepare the entire show, and it's not like it's a review style. So it's not like it's one dedicated show where it's like, oh, it's this is everyone's characters, this is all we have to focus on. It's a review, so it's a bunch of different medleys. So we did the new musical, we did Hamilton. So we actually had this 15-year-old girl come in and she taught us hip hop dancing, and it was freaking ridiculous. I'm like trying to learn this stuff. It's mind blowing. I'm just like, ooh, I don't know.
So
and then
you were like twerking and stuff.
It was
like,
well.
Is there a video of this?
I'm pretty sure it's probably somewhere. I hope that my mom got a video of Hamilton or somebody. Eventually we'll have to watch it because it's hilarious. But it was so much hip hop dancing. I was like, God, this is just weird stuff. Like I can't trust myself. And then apparently when my mom and my girlfriend went to see it, my mom turned to my girlfriend and was like, God, your boyfriend is so white. And I was like, well, you know.
So white.
So the flow wasn't happening, but like it was just a bunch of stuff. So
Flow wasn't happening.
the flow wasn't happening. So it was just a bunch of stuff that Dean saw it. Yeah, Dean came Friday night.
Didn't Danielle show up to it too?
Danielle came Saturday night. She came. So did Scott and Giuseppe, and she brought Sophia, and she loved it. One of them we did a Peter Pan medley, and I was Captain Hook. So it was the photo. It was the photo that we used for it. I didn't expect that to make it here, but
That's awesome.
I just saw you and Captain Hook like.
yeah, it was.
Like, yep,
That had to be.
amazing.
It was so funny. We messed around because I was like, because I had a moment on Saturday night, I think it was, where I was in the. I had just come out. I had just started saying what I needed to say. I talked about a bunch of other villains, and then someone else's mic went hot for a second, and I heard them talking. It was like blah blah blah, but I was like, "Who is Bluebeard?" And I was like, I saw there was like, "Who is Jack? It's Jack the Ripper and Nero," you know. And so then we started messing around backstage, and we were like, well, if I forgot something, you know, if I forget, I need backup. So what was I going to think? And then so me and my friends, we were like, who is Captain Crunch? Who is Blueberry? Count Chocula? No berry.
That's funny.
So, luckily I didn't end up forgetting, but
right.
I didn't want to change the show. But there was that. There was some bluegrass stuff, which was crazy. It was a new musical as well. Bluegrass stuff was awesome. Like I had never like done a whole. I'd never been into like country or anything, but like just the whole bluegrass feel and a lot of those harmonies were really
Nice.
awesome. Let's see, and then my other solo number was from Guys and Dolls, and it was quite fun.
Oh, yeah.
It was just me singing about how stuff is. No, it was me telling a story of apparently a dream I had. Yeah, it's great.
Okay. Okay.
But
Cool.
it was a fantastic experience. Like it's a 5-week program. It's 4 weeks of rehearsal. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Those are the only days of rehearsal. So it's like 10 to 7,
Oh wow.
and that's
Okay.
like so that's and then Friday is just like 10 to 2. So that was the first 4 weeks, and then the 5th week is Tech Week. So by Tech Week, you really got to have everything like just about ironed out and done, so that you guys like. So then at that point, it's just polishing, you know. And then at the end, they're like, oh yeah, you already run the first, you know, one night we run the first act, the second act. And it's like, let's throw in the band, and now let's throw in the lights, and let's throw in a bunch of stuff.
I found a video of you.
You found a video? Oh gosh.
Yeah, one of my employees linked me to it. I don't know if we want to share this with the rest of the
Yeah,
world.
probably the
You can
link.
do it?
Yeah.
That's funny, yeah. So I was Captain Hook, and I was told very much that everyone enjoyed me as Captain Hook because it's just about being a preposterous. The cool thing about Disney characters.
You're nearby.
Who would have guessed?
Wow.
Thanks, Facebook.
The cool
It's always
thing.
so annoying.
The cool thing about like Disney characters is that they're like larger than life. So they're just big characters. And like even if they're the most dastardly evil character ever, there's some
Unfortunately, can't do audio audience or.
but
things
you will
like
enjoy
that.
this. Yes, it is me. That is me. That wig was so hot and so was the hook hand.
Yeah, you must have been sweating up there. Eh?
It was bad because I was wearing a tux outfit under that.
Oh
like
god.
under that, I had the coat, and the hook was hard to wear. It was very hot.
That's awesome.
But-
I wish we could do audio, but it would be messed up if we did.
It's very preposterous. And then like midway through, there's a really dramatic part. And that's what I was kind of talking about, is they have a flair for the dramatic. So it's like, oh, fame, thou wicked ball. And then he talked, no one loves me. They play Peter Pan, and the strongest chooses to be Peter. And then it's just like, oh, there was the baby to be So it's just like,
That's awesome.
they're just ridiculous. And that's kind of the best part about those kinds of characters, is they may be really evil, but they're undercut
They're
by
fun,
like,
too.
they're by just some ridiculous aspects, like how he's just obsessed with how he's perceived. And this is, you better tell me that my hook is cute.
That's great.
I'll kill anybody, so.
It's cute.
Yeah, it was like, And I'm like, Iga to kill anyone who says that my Hulk isn't cute. And then he's like, it's cute. So, but yeah, this was a large cast. We had 26 people. I did have a lot of pirates this time. It was funny because the first year I did Hello Broadway, I was one of the pirates. We did that song. That was 4 years ago. So I was a pirate, so I pretty much have come full circle. And now I got to be Captain Hook, and I was in the principal cast. So I pretty much got to be in all of the numbers.
That's awesome.
So it's a fantastic experience, honestly. Like, it's better than sometimes rather than like you work an entire semester for a concert, just because it forces you into a smaller time slot. So you have to get it.
Because if you high energy, go at it.
Exactly, you have to. Oh, this is where I'm getting all dramatic and sad. I'm just like, why would they force me to do that? But you have to get it, because if you don't get it, your number is either going to get cut or you're going to get cut from the number.
Right.
Which happened for some of it is we had people didn't learn some of the dance moves, so they had to adjust the dances. They were hard. It was hip hop dancing. I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? We're a bunch of white people, like really, really nerdy white people. So, but I mean, it was a fantastic show. A lot of the people, it's a very talented cast. So
nice.
And I always have a good time, but this year was just a blast for me because I got to be a part of it in every aspect. So
glad you enjoyed your weekend as well.
Yeah.
I think we're all tired today from it.
Yeah, we're all tired, but if you guys did anything really cool over the weekend, let us know. Like, I'm reading the Facebook comments. Mr. Isaiah Freeman, he drove 6 hours to come play here at Extreme Airsoft. And he said he had a great time. So if you guys, I replied to him. I'm like, make sure you leave us a review. Right?
Yeah, wait, wasn't there I heard that there was somebody, I remember, because I had responded to a gentleman, young adult who was interested in coming here for, I wanted to say it was June 24th, June 25th or something. Is today the 25th?
Today's 26th.
Oh, so then it might have been somebody. So it might have been the person I was talking to over emails. So I'm glad you had it. If that was who it was, I'm glad you had a good time. So, and you came from New York, I'm pretty sure. I remember the emails. So I'm glad you enjoyed it. So that's super awesome. I'm sad I couldn't be here for that. Because that's kind of the coolest. Like, I remember Black Friday. Like,
I love people's first experience.
Someone came here for.
It is always
someone
the best.
came here on they came on Wednesday or Thursday, the week of Black Friday, and they drove all the way from.
It was Pennsylvania.
They drove 6 hours.
I heard that.
Yeah, they came because the field up by them closed, so they drove all the way here because they saw it in one of Jet's videos. But then they were just.
We didn't have gaming that day, right?
We didn't have gaming. They came on the Thursday, the day before Black Friday. They just wanted to check out the store, and then they ended up walking out with a bunch of product because I was like, they drove, and I threw them some stuff like patches and stuff. I was dude, you drove 6 hours just to check us out, and for Black Friday deals,
oh yeah,
I'll do that for you. That's awesome.
You want a hat? I can show you.
We do remember our customers.
Yeah, no.
Yes.
No, seriously.
So when people do stuff like that, I remember some gentleman coming from New Jersey, left his glasses here, but it was the first time he, his son, and his friend had come here. And they had a fantastic time. So obviously having a fantastic time here is our goal, but it's always cool to hear about people that come. They're like, oh yeah, people are like, oh, we're from New York, or we're from, such and such a place, and it's awesome. Their first time here, you're they're all trying to take it in. They're just it's like kids in a candy shop. They're just really excited. So
also with adults too.
Adults are exactly
when we have nerd parties here, and all the kids come in, and of course the kids, they're like,
whoa! But the adults will stand in the store and ask questions.
Yeah, but the adults,
they'll feel guns. They're like, this is it feels like a real gun. So that's just, I don't know. For me, that's super cool. I like dealing with new customers, people that come out of their way.
Totally.
That's awesome.
I love explaining someone to Airsoft who's completely
someone to Airsoft.
Explaining someone
yes,
to Airsoft.
I love when I talk to Airsoft about other people. I love when I tell people who are completely ignorant about Airsoft about what it's about, and it's always amazing when you see their face light up and they're like,
"Oh yeah,
no way!" It's so crazy. When you tell my favorite is to tell people about like games like at the Guardian Center, because I truly think that is the pinnacle of like military simulation.
Super cool.
Like,
I always tell people whenever I talk about that stuff, talk about like the more milsim like events and some of the cool stuff that goes on, like cool stuff. Like
they don't believe it.
Yeah,
they're like, no way. Like you guys actually do that? Like you throw like explosive grenades at each other?
Yeah,
that's new to be fair. But
that is new. But
but like even the places
insane.
like. You tell people, it's like...
I talk to police about this kind of stuff, because police will stop by to, to pick up stuff for training, because they'll train like out in schools and stuff like that. And I'll tell them, like, you guys, like, I get military simulation is different from what they do as a police officer, but like, I tell them like the whole training thing of it, and they're like, that's insane. Like I've recently been working with Brown University with one of the public safety officers there. What's up? Yeah, but. And I was telling him about like about the stuff that we do, and he was like, I can't believe that it goes this far, because he does trainings like in situations like that, and he had no clue that Airsoft went this far, and it's always awesome.
Yeah,
it's
always.
I love introducing new
I don't know if I ever told you about the time, but it was me and the team. We were practicing. Giuseppe had some private property, but the neighbors didn't know that we were going to. It's just cleared out land at that point. But we were all training around. We were all training, and the neighbors called the cops for a 30-foot bonfire. So they got there pretty quick. They had like a few, like 2 or 3 cars roll up. So we were all like hitting out and everything. So when they came, when we saw them roll up, we were like, everybody just we're putting all of our guns down and everything. But they came over and they talked to some of our guys, and they pulled up. They grabbed, like, AJ had an LM4, so they were talking about how it was like, oh my god, this is exactly like what we use. And they was
he picked up a good gun to look at.
He went to his car, grabbed his AR, and was like, they were like talking about it. It was like, dude, that's so cool.
Definitely not something you're supposed to do.
No, but that's okay.
It's cool though.
I like cheap cops.
Yeah, it's always cool. Like whenever I get pulled over like, for car stuff, like it's always great when you get a cop who's like, pretty sweet ride you got here, buddy. Like when he's not just trying to be a dick, he actually kind of thinks it's cool.
The first fair thing.
Yeah. Geez, look at us. I think we're like the only people who actually have more positive stories about police than negative ones.
Right.
I feel like everyone I talk to is like, don't fuck with cops, no cops, never cops. Like
I love cops.
I never run into any issues.
I just the way I am here, like with cops, I'm just kind of funny, always making jokes at my own expense.
He's funny.
Well, yeah, but I'm always like making fun of myself, and I don't know, it's easy to laugh at someone who makes fun of themselves. So I mean, cops they'll bring out their personalities, is what I'm saying, and I don't know, they've always been cool with me.
Fair enough.
They're people too,
Anyway, this is a good time to talk about the Amoebas, 5th generation, right?
Yes. So if you watch,
so you guys know more about what's changed than I do.
Yes. So I do. If you guys watch my Friday videos, every time I have new products, then I'll make a Friday video. If you watch the most recent
this
one,
week. Oh, you did make one this week.
Yep.
That's right.
It was the week before because we had nothing new because I was waiting for like 8 shipments.
That's true.
That's why pointing gun at people does. So that's why this week there was so much stuff to go over because the stuff that I was expecting 2 weeks ago all into this past week. Anyway, getting to my point is that Elite Force is located in in Alabama.
I thought it was Arkansas.
No, Arkansas.
I was waiting for
Kansas, Alabama.
It's Arkansas.
It's Arkansas.
It's Arkansas.
You explicitly, I remember seeing that correction.
Yes, yeah. And actually, Lenny, my boss, texted me like 30 minutes after I uploaded the video. He's like, Elite Force is in Arkansas.
You're retarded.
Yeah.
How do you not confirm this shit before you make a video?
Because I wing those videos. All those videos are completely off the hook. Just like, look at what we got. Like just me talking about it.
It's like CNN here.
Yeah. He's like, this is news now, and it's like whether or not it's
right. It's right or not.
It doesn't matter. It's news.
Yeah, but I mean,
Shouts out.
The cool thing is, Elite Force is located in Arkansas, which means that whenever I put an order.
Did you just say Arkansas?
I know, Arkansas.
He said Arkansas.
Arkansas?
I am absolutely taking.
I know you're going to be there, Arkansas.
I'm taking that clip and saving it.
Arkansas.
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 I thought you were making fun of yourself.
Arkansas.
You actually
Yes,
said
I am
Arkansas.
making.
She is my Arkansas. Kansas.
What's shipping time from Arkansas? Is it like halfway between shipping time from Arkansas to Kansas?
No, you just ended up clean line art.
Alabama, Kansas, Arkansas.
The arc distance. It's the arc length. He just
I thought I was going to be talking about these guns.
Okay.
Yeah, so
I guess
the point I'm trying to make is the shipping time from Arkansas is very, very low to here in Extreme.
Alright.
And whenever Elite Force sends out stuff, usually we will get it first. Like I checked on eBike online, you can't find these yet online. Like these are like sorry
Same thing
for
they do with
me.
the
Actually, the
Avalons.
funny thing is we got them, when they first came from Z-Shop, we got them before, like 2 weeks before online code as well.
Yeah, yeah. So
Elite
that's
Force did that. They did that when they sent us the Avalons. Like
nobody had alarms
the
for like 3 weeks before they were online.
Yeah.
So if you guys are looking to like hop on, like if you wanted to buy an Amoeba and you want the newest model, then I mean,
We talked
for
about
it.
that in the video.
I mean, like come here, you know.
What is this over your site?
Oh, actually, the site. I need that's one.
That's something I'll touch on.
Get into.
Some of the, I'll just talk about the the only two changes that they've made to the Amoeba is
Our Kansas.
our Kansas. Our Kansas, our Kansas. So the only two, we'll play the video. The only two differences are, I don't know if you can see it, but it's, oh, you guys, what's the trigger? Can they see that?
Oh, okay. Let me flip to the big screen for that.
Mag out.
There we go.
Is there sound on
So you
these
can see
videos?
that the trigger right there is skeletonized.
There should be at least.
So it's a skeletonized trigger, and then the only other thing that they said they had done to it is
Face
the,
at the end.
What?
Your face.
the only other difference is that they upgraded the trigger unit. They said so that it would be, it wouldn't burn out if you used like higher
This
power
one should be a
batteries.
chrono test. Actually, no, not that one. The one before that, because we didn't use that video because I have an aggressive grip and you can't see the gun.
Yeah, that was a
Which is the
little
whole purpose of the clip.
Well, this will be the James doesn't know how to camera clip.
But
Yes.
those are the only two upgrades, quote unquote upgrades that they made to this.
Yes.
The
Next
trigger
year
doesn't
is
change
fine,
anything.
though.
Still has a micro switch, but they said they upgraded the
My
micro
purposely
switch.
covers the gun. It's like the magazine is inserted into my arm.
Yeah, I was so confused. I was just sitting there watching, like, what is this dude doing?
I'm James.
Yep. So if you watch the last video that we recorded, at the very end, I like drop the mag and I just go mag out.
But yeah,
I go
these,
with the second,
these
the
are the
third
only,
video. They're the last.
these are the only ones they released are this, the 009 and the 013. Both chrono at about 360 FPS. But as you know, they're fantastic with their quick change spring. All you got to do is remove the buffer tube or any sort of stock assembly, and you'll have the gearbox right there, so you can access that, swap it out. Everything's pretty much the same. Kind of gross. It has on the magazine release on the left-hand side. It says "Made in China" in nice white letters, which is everything that I really care about, and I want people to know that my
we should
products
have
are made in China.
a segment where we nitpick guns. Like we pick. I mean, it'll
We'll
be
we'll start with their Systema.
yeah, right.
Done.
We
Done.
can. Yeah, that was a
But
good
these
brand.
cool things, it's a metal rail, a polymer body. It has a bunch of rail segments already, like as you can see, so you can put everything on whatever kind of a suppressor. I don't know. So. But they're pretty basic. You know how these guys function. They're always popular. People always ask us about Amoebas. These are the only ones they've released. I think they released. Yeah, these are the only
These
ones.
are the only
they've
ones that
released.
they received in stock. 'cause
They
we
only have in stock right now. The cool thing about these, though, is that they fall into that Elite Force Pro line, so it's a 1-year warranty for all 3 of these models, which
Yes.
is fantastic. Like it's the
Actually, I
008.
need to confirm on that one. Just a heads up, I do need to confirm on that one.
What are they priced
I looked it up
at?
online.
They're priced at.
It said it straight. It said it
If
on
they're less
top.
than 300.
Like they put
That's
it
what I
up.
was thinking. Yeah.
They put it up though.
They put it
On
up
their
as the 1
post,
year
they said
warranty.
Alright, let's see. You guys keep talking. I'm gonna see if I can confirm this.
Okay.
I think you're wrong.
Check their Facebook.
Yeah, I don't think that it's a 1 year warranty. But even still, no matter what the warranty is, the wonderful thing about Elite Force, I mean, you've heard this plug a million times, and I'll continue to plug them until they stop doing it, is the fact that they let us handle all the repairs. We are a warranty center for Elite Force. Only guns that have been purchased here, though. If you purchase a gun from online, bring it in here, and want me to fix it for free, sorry, but go phone yourself.
Yeah.
Like, send it
Facebook.
out.
Check Facebook.
But yeah, and so we can fix any gun that you get here from us, which is amazing because sometimes out of the box, you know, you get
Sometimes you get 11.
Sometimes you get 11.
Especially as these are getting like super complicated electronics.
Yeah,
and all that
especially
kind of
with like
stuff.
the electronics on these too. Like, you know, you burn a MOSFET within 3 days, and and you know, and like I said, if you get it online, and actually like some guns like Crytek. Crytek, if a gun broke, like you bought a gun from Crytek, even from us, Crytek wouldn't let us do our own warranty repairs. So if you bought a gun from Crytek and it broke, then like, you know, in 2 days I would have to tell you, I'm sorry buddy, you have to send it in there. Then what's the purpose of, you know? I always felt like such a scumbag telling people to send their gun in after they bought it from us. But Crytek wouldn't let us do it, and you know, as business we can't do stuff like that for free.
Right.
So it was just one of those, you know, everyone's pissed off kind of things. But Elite Force and G&G has been doing this for me too. G&G has authorized me to fix guns.
This is the 09 and that's the 0.
Does it say 1 year?
This short guy, this is the 05, right?
Yeah.
That's the 13.
That's 13.
Okay, so this guy has got the 1 year warranty. The 09 has got the 1 year warranty.
These ones.
These guys.
These are.
And the 005 and 008 have a 60-day warranty. So with Elite Force.
Interesting. Even though it's the
So
same
those
product.
are the short ones.
So
Yeah.
with
That's really
with Elite Force, really
They're
the
like-
cheat sheet is if the gun is that's why.
005 is that one.
Okay.
That's
okay.
the 5.
So that one does have a 1 year warranty?
No,
No,
that's
the
not.
60
It's not.
day.
No, this one's the 5.
Oh shit. This is
So with Elite Force, the cheat sheet is if it's priced below $300, it has a 60-day warranty.
If it's under what?
Unless
If
it's
it's under
the
$300,
ARS.
it has a 60-day warranty, 99.999% of the time. So to give our users reference, these are the two that have a 60-day warranty that we don't have pictured here. It's the 08, which is this guy right here,
Yep. It's short.
and it is the 05, which is these guys right here. So those two have a 60-day warranty, the real short CQB, lower cost ones.
It's interesting because those actually have the same gearboxes.
Yes, they have the exact same gearbox.
The price point's the only difference.
They don't have the
These
metal
are-
rail system.
No, yeah, they're plastic.
Well,
I'm
10
just-
months less on the warranty. I know, I understand that's how they set it up, but
Well, that's also, but I think those will retail. If I remember correctly, there's no
That
quoting
was
allowed
like
here.
$225 and up.
Yeah, exactly. Those retail.
Whereas this already you're paying like $280 or so.
I think these are going to be more. Aren't these more than 300?
no, they're a bit less, and I think a few of these are less than MAP. I think I priced these.
I think
up.
mapping is 300 for a lot of these.
Um,
we can't really say what they
Well,
are.
I looked at MAP when I priced a few of these, and one of the models I think I did less than MAP. Or either do that or less than suggested retail. So I'm not going to tell you guys the price because I don't want to.
Because we like being able to sell you these.
Yeah, we like having
Yeah.
Elite Force as a company
Right.
that we carry. Yes.
Uh,
Which is why if you ever watch my Friday videos, I'm always like, you know, your price point is around here. For those of you who don't know how map pricing works, Amazon got in trouble for this. It's minimum advertised price. So you can't advertise a price that's lower than a certain amount because at that point, online stores, since they sell so many, they can afford to sell it for lower than that because they make sales, they make their money in volume.
Right.
But for smaller stores like us, we don't make our sales in volume. We have to make money off of each gun. And that's just how it works. And so it makes it hard for us to compete with them. So that's why there's mapped pricing. Like Amazon used to do that, e-bike used to do that too. But airsoft companies have been very strict on it. That's why, you know, when you come in here, here being extreme, or for the most part, most walk-in stores in general, you'll find that prices are really only $5 to $10 more than what you'll find online. Usually what the cost of what it would be to ship your gun.
right.
Yeah.
And which is nice because we actually can compete, you know, with the online guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's the whole point, to give
you get
everyone
that.
else
You
a
get
chance.
that. The experience. Oh wow, that TV's very quick. I don't know if it's great.
Yeah.
You get the experience of, you know, if you have an issue, you can walk right back to the store. You don't need to ship it back.
Yeah. You don't have to deal with.
I love to help people out. Like I'll never turn you away if you just bought a gun and you're upset about something.
Yeah, if you're having honest, like serious problems, like bring it back. Like if you bought it here and it's like within a reasonable period that stuff happened, but like
Keep talking.
it's like we're totally willing to help. If you were like, hey, I bought this gun a week ago, like some kid came in.
One thing.
He didn't even get to use his pistol. It was faulty you know, just stuff we can do. That's stuff that we can do that maybe Eli can't. Not in an immediate way. And I don't know. And we're just easier to deal with if you have to do something through us. I've had a lot of customers come in and they're like, I'm never buying from e-bike ever again. They hate dealing with them, their customer service. Fortunately, I have never had a problem, but once I started really like coming here, like I didn't need to.
Right.
I didn't buy online anymore. You know, there wasn't anything I couldn't get through here that I felt like I needed. You know, I get my gun, you know, my duties and everything, gear and stuff. I can get it all here. Especially now, you know, as an employee, it's a little bit nicer to have a wider array of stuff that I know I can order from. But it's just here is just much easier to deal with. And you're dealing with a person.
Exactly.
Like you're not dealing with somebody on the phone. Like you're gonna walk in and deal with like one of us face to face.
Exactly.
And we're gonna be like, this is what I can do for you, you know.
Also,
Immediate answers, and we're not gonna beat around the bush.
Yeah. Also, so while we're on the topic of extreme related things, this is one topic that I wanted to bring up, and I want you guys, the viewers, to tell us what you think. I pulled this for, I've done some polling in a few groups, but we are looking to introduce an adult night. We're looking to do this once a month, just to start off with. If it's popular enough, we'll do it maybe twice.
Yep.
And if it's really popular, we'll make it a thing.
Make it every
So it'll just kind of like, you know, you go to a pool and it's adult swim.
Yep.
You know,
And
we kick out the kids and only adults can play. That's
define
exactly what it is.
adult. I think we had discussed, and again, we want the users' opinions here. We had discussed 18 plus.
18 plus.
Which is probably the most popular.
Yes.
Or 16 plus, or possibly 21 plus. We had discussed all three. I think right now we're leaning at 18 plus. Correct?
Yeah, we're looking at 18 and up.
But like again, give us the suggestions in comments, chat, stuff like that. Let us know in the store what you guys think. And what was I gonna say? We're also looking at 2 possible nights.
Yes. So we're looking at Friday or Saturday night.
So one was replacing Pistol Shotgun night, correct?
Yes.
Friday night, and that would run. What did we say? 6 to midnight.
So if it replaces Pistol Shotgun night, it would just be adult night. So that would run from 5, and that would probably run until 9 or 10.
Okay.
Or it could be on Saturday night, and since Saturday gaming is already so cheap, we're going to cut it. It would be like Saturday gaming would end at, I think, 6.
Yes.
And then adult night would go from 6 to midnight. And you really can't complain because it's still $25 for a whole 7 hours of gaming.
Yeah, you still show up, you still get your money
less
back.
anywhere else.
Right. Exactly. You still have a full 6 hours. You have a full. Oh, you mean in the morning it'd be 7 hours, at night it'd be 6 hours. You're still getting really a full day's worth of play. But that way you guys can kind of, hang out with your friends during the day, having a great day during good weather and stuff like that, and coming at night and hang out with your friends and
or blow off some steam after work. I know a bunch of people that
want to describe what would be different about it.
Yes, I was actually about to go into the rule set. So what will be different about 18 plus night? I just need to confirm with the insurance, but I'm almost positive we can do it. Live grenades, like the R2B grenades, P grenades from Enola Gay. We're gonna be allowing those. Like
still can't do smoke, unfortunately.
Still can't do smoke because it's in an indoor facility.
Yeah, everyone would literally get lung cancer.
Yeah, but no safety kills. There'll be no safety kills. It's gonna be one of those. You get shot and you're dead. Like deal with it. This is gonna be very much so a no complaining zone. It's going to be a no BS.
Our saws are going to be allowed full auto.
Saws are going to be allowed full auto, but there probably will be a bit, like if you full auto someone like 2 feet away with a saw, I'm going to
Yeah, don't be an asshole. That's the whole point of an 18 plus
Yeah, that's the whole point.
Of being an adult.
Night.
And if you're clearly not a mature adult, you're not going to be welcomed back.
Yeah, it's probably, I feel like some sort of a zero tolerance policy.
Yeah, it really is.
We're expecting this to be we are going to have refs, but we expect you guys as seasoned adults and airsoft players to play with respect and to kind of regulate the game. Like we expect these games to be,
The
for
refs
the most part, self-regulating.
So we want the refs to be running the game so that the games can be more complicated,
Yes.
rather than the refs having to run the people.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
And so, like I said, we're expecting a higher caliber of play here, and we'll be very quick to say if you're being immature, starting problems, if there's any issue, we'll say don't come back. Don't come back to this night. You can come back regular day of play when we have more refs on staff, but we're going for a more mature player base, so everyone had that kind of level of play they're looking for. We had discussed the possibility of 400 FPS, correct?
We discussed
We're not
that.
sure one way or
The
the
thing
other
is,
yet.
like with CQB, I mean, you see this
It
welt on
sucks.
my arm.
It
Like,
sucks.
I just,
It is not. But yeah, it's a tough one.
I
But at
mean,
the same token, a lot of people have guns that don't have guns that are CQB.
yeah, I mean, like if you guys want to do that and you want to sign up for that, like we could probably get that to happen. But
Give us
me
your-
from a safety standpoint, yeah, like I'm expecting you guys to comment.
Yeah,
if
exactly.
you're watching,
We would
if
need
you're
your
listening, I'm
opinion.
expecting you to comment. I'm looking at the Facebook videos, the Facebook
Exactly.
feed, and the YouTube feed. I want to know what you guys, as adults, think of this. And as kids, sorry, a few more years.
Right.
And actually, while we're on this topic of extreme, I also wanted to bring up something. Another thing. Recently, the whole thing with issue players. The reason for a more mature thing. I don't think I've really touched upon this, and I'm not naming any names. I'm not singling out people or anything, but there was a group of players that would show up just about every single weekend, and that would cause their style of play caused lots of grief with the referees and players. I'll be straight up. It was a speed soft style of play, but it was more so the mentality.
Yes.
That was the issue.
Again, we don't have anything that's speed soft. We have
Yes.
it's
Some
the
of
attitude.
Yes.
It's the players specifically, and that's the issue. Is you run into players that are going to be doing those things. Like I know speed softers that are like, we all know speed softers that are like completely harmless, and they just play the game.
Yeah, I
out.
got some great friends.
And that's what it is. And
fast
like,
speed QB
but
players.
you also need to recognize that.
Yeah, but anyway, so what I'm getting at is that there was this group that was causing issues to vow to never come back. They were being disrespectful on the field, overshooting just for the purpose of overshooting. The guy was clearly already dead, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The things that you as a player would make your blood boil.
Disrespecting other players, staff.
Yes, and so
A lot.
and so recently, we've been trying to get them to see our side of everything, and eventually it got so bad to the point where they all received 6-month bans. At least the core of this group. So what I'm saying, guys, is if you have left because you feel that the
Crowd
players,
isn't what you're
yeah,
looking for.
the players that show up and what you got when you showed up in terms of play was shitty. I urge you. Sorry, that was a bad stutter. I urge you to come back and try it out again because since they've been gone, we've been getting extremely positive feedback on the quality of gaming.
Yeah.
It's gone up quite a bit, and we've been coming down on that hard. And it's like we'll ban anyone if you're giving us an issue.
Right.
And
Right.
I think that we've proved I think that. Honestly, I think that these kids thought that we weren't going to do it, and we did do it, and we're serious about this.
As much as we don't want to, if you force us to show our hand, we will.
We're the issue is that we're a business, and so the thing you run into if there are people that are here that are causing us to lose business, to lose customers, people that don't want to come back, and it's a small group of players, I'd rather have that small group of players that keep causing problems very, visibly, like there's no doubt about it that they're breaking the rules and they're playing unfairly and they're being disrespectful. I have no problem getting rid of those
They
guys.
didn't break the rules. They got to the point where they were.
It was an attitude problem.
Yeah, it was an attitude
yeah.
problem, and it was pissing off a lot of people. So that I didn't really want to
Moving
dive
forward,
into that. Yeah, I didn't want to dive into this badly.
I'd rather have people that are ruining this
We
experience.
want to make sure you
for
guys are
everybody.
having as much fun as possible.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
short. But let's continue moving on. But again, the whole 18 last night is, again, like I said, we're looking for a much more, for those of you out there who don't come to our Saturday and Sunday gaming because you want that more strict, not strict, that's more real sense of gaming. The game types we're going to play aren't just going to be team deathmatch, capture the flag, King of the Hill. They're going to be more serious level. They're going to be much more objective-oriented games, more complicated, things we can't run with a normal younger crowd. Yeah, and do you want to mention how we've been kind of like pushing the Saturday-Sunday difference?
Oh yes, and one thing that kind of has become a thing, even with us out doing it, or without pushing it, is that the type of gaming that you'll find on different weekend days has actually kind of started to polarize itself, but not in a bad way.
Right, actually, I like it.
Yeah, so Saturday has turned into kind of the pick-up running gun gaming, good for all ages.
Right, that kind of
mostly the younger ages though.
Right, but when you want to come in, just shoot, you don't really want to think, you don't want to, that's the way to put it, but you just, like pick-up games. You just want to come in and just
come in
mess around,
yeah.
maybe chill for a few games in a row. Really just a relaxing, fun day shooting people. That's really what Saturday is fun.
Yes.
That's what
Saturday is. And Sunday has turned into I don't want to say older crowd, but it is generally an older crowd, but the gaming is a lot more objective based. Usually the respawn times, I've started to notice that they started running games with longer respawn times. Like I touched earlier upon about the op coming up this weekend, like it gets a lot more intense in that like you really are working with a scenario where it's not just craziness all around you. You have a feel for the situation and you can actually act upon that.
Yeah.
And so if you're looking for a much more, I don't want to say slower because slow is fast. Slow is smooth and smooth is fast. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's more calculated is the gaming, and it's more mature on Sundays. So
or Milsim oriented for the
yes.
people that want to use that word.
I really don't like to use the word Milsim because I've started to hate that. I've started to hate that word.
But it's what the thing is.
Yeah.
Actually, and on that note, I do want to say one more thing: is that we had discussed possibly changing kind of how the field is lit between the 2 days. Tell us in the comments below what you think, or in the chat, whatever. What you guys think about the whole LED lighting versus natural lighting? We discussed how the LED lighting is really fun for that. It's a very fun lighting for Saturdays, that kind of pick up, run around the field kind of feel. Or maybe on Sundays, again, that more quote-unquote Milsim oriented crowd will do more natural lighting coming from buildings, things like that. Kind of give the field a different feel overall. Let us know what you think. I'm really curious. It's something we might try out in the future. But like I said, we'd love to hear any feedback on that.
We're always trying. We're always going through everything and trying to find the best way to go about implementing some of these things. It's not like you post it and we never see it. It's like we bring it to the other staff here. We're like, hey, oh, I think this is a cool idea. What about this? So. We're always trying to find ways to revamp things and to make things more interesting.
Right. We're actually almost running out of time, so I think we're going to save our discussion about weird, quirky things in Airsoft for
we can
another
do
week.
For another
And hopefully not forget. But once again, is come to this game this Sunday, correct? Yeah. Right.
Yes. Yep. This Sunday, gaming is going to be running from 11 to 6. Then right after 6, we're ending it, and we're going to be doing the raffle. So make sure you stick into the end of that. Like I said, it's going to be a party. If you're showing up, I expect you to show up. If you don't have World War II, garnishes, that's cool. I mean, not everyone has that, but you better be showing up in like a swimsuit and a Hawaiian shirt. Even if it's like, you wear long sleeves and you put a Hawaiian shirt, because I get playing in just t-shirt.
What do you mean? You're playing this?
Yeah, I played in a polo on Saturday night, and I have a bruise. It looks like I got hit by a baseball. Right. Yeah.
It's your third eye.
Yeah, exactly. It's my third eye. It's like the eye of Soros.
So that's how we get. Okay. Gotta do something with all that extra money.
Wait, what?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I don't know what
you can watch the stream later.
Don't worry. You can watch the stream later.
Does anybody do that? I meant like us.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, we got a couple more minutes. I don't know if you want to talk about any of your mission ideas. Are you doing anything with? So I've told you how much I love it. Is when you have a one team in the middle.
Standoff.
Well, standoff's another great one. but like one team in the middle with another team engaging from both sides. Because we have the street set up.
We were thinking of doing that.
We have the streets, and you could have
I
it
could
like
do that.
they control up to the streets on each side.
Yeah, I can screw around with the respawns.
DOP hold it down.
Like, one team could have that. Like, I haven't finished, I've written a couple missions up, but I haven't really fully ironed it out and perfect, so.
As per usual, we get stuff.
I was gonna say.
Well, yeah, the thing is, like, you know, I'm always thinking of different ideas, and I don't like, because if I sit down and do it when I don't have the juices flowing, then I'm gonna pump out some pretty garbage games. So I usually, if I think I'll write it down real quick. I got a Google Docs going of it. Pistols, more pistols. I mean, if enough
You
people.
show up to pistol shotgun night.
Yeah, why don't
There'll be
you?
more of them.
I don't know who said
That's
that.
that's how we decide stuff like that.
Yeah,
It
whoever
is
said
more
that.
popular.
Please
We're not
shout
gonna
out.
go. This is popular. We're killing it. We're
Yeah.
not. We're not
Yeah, we're gonna go. Wow, this is really going well. Time to nix
Yeah,
it.
right.
Bye.
But yeah, no. If you want to see more of something, support it. And like, yeah, I get it's expensive to play Airsoft every weekend, but like Friday nights, $15 if you have your own gear.
Yeah, it's $15 all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Literally, that's like lunch.
Exactly.
Literally, don't get lunch.
Yeah, just skip
Sunday. Play
McDonald's
Airsoft
or
instead. We know that's
whatever.
better.
True. Feel better. Fun. More fun. Yes. I like it.
But overall, are you gonna post anything on Facebook with questions? What people think about 18 plus nights, or like a centralized place for people to respond?
Well, I already kind of have. I mean, I can.
Okay.
I don't know if I can set up posts through Extreme Airsoft itself. You know, like
Maybe we
on
could
the
put out
page,
a.
but
We could do like a Google
Well,
Can we
document.
do a poll on the page?
Yeah, exactly. Or we could
maybe.
We could put together one on like Google Docs. We could put together a poll of like.
Oh,
get
Google
a bunch of
survey.
opinions.
Yes.
Yeah, survey.
Yes.
We
look,
got it.
There you go.
Look out for that.
Yeah, stay
We're
tuned. for
gonna
that.
we're gonna throw up a survey. Hopefully, I'd like to do it tonight. Actually, it'll only take a few minutes to put together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking of it.
Yeah.
And-
So look for a survey coming out very soon. I think with that, we're finishing a full minute early, but I think with that, we're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah.
As always, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. We
Thank you.
next week we'll probably actually talk about the whole gimmicky stuff in Airsoft and what we think about it. What was the other thing we're gonna talk about next week? Oh, why are you being
Yeah. All of a
being
sudden,
a
it's
dick
cool to
popular.
be an asshole in Airsoft.
So yeah, we're gonna talk a little
What's
bit
up
about
with
that
that?
topic.
Yeah.
See some weird fads in Airsoft. Well, actually, it's
Yeah.
good fads, tech fads, and attitude fads.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, tune in for that. And then what's Thursday's video?
Thursday's video, we're actually comparing MP7s. You know, there's the
Oh,
VFC
sweet.
one, the VFC, and the KWA.
See,
and no one really knows anything about
I'll always
those.
rock that VFC one.
The
It's
VFC
just-
one. We did
Great
it.
indoors. It's
It's-
not great indoors. It's the one problem.
See, the issue that we ran into, and I think I covered in the video, but the one issue that I ran into is that at first, the first few shots are quoted 370, but then it like dropped off. It was horribly inconsistent, like the first 5 shots,
God.
but then it hit 330, and it was that forever.
Oh,
and
maybe
I got
they
bored.
finally tuned it down.
Yeah, it
Because
just
when we first got those, it was like 420, 420, 410, and then it hit at 400.
because like
So
once
maybe
we,
they figured
yeah.
out if you are selling a CQB gas cut, it needs to be.
Yeah.
Maybe we should
Like,
try
I
that
think we're
CO2
trying.
Uzi again.
Yeah, like so that was kind of crazy. It's like the first 5 shots or so where we were just like 370, 360, 370, 350, 340, 330, 30, 30, and then it was just 330 for like ever. Like, and then the lowest it got was like, I think it was like 280, and that was like the mag was almost, which is
right,
incredible.
right. No,
So-
VFC just kind of came out of nowhere. It's like, yeah, we know how to do fast stuff.
Yeah,
I
but
don't really
stay
know
tuned
where
for that.
came
That'll,
from.
if
Yeah,
you're thinking about getting an MP7, it'll be good to, be informed.
I like that one for one. But once again, guys, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Tune in for our Thursday video and definitely come to the 4th of July game. I may
there.
actually be there.
Sorry.
Later, guys.
See you guys. See you this weekend.